Happy Homebrew Wednesday, lads. Right, what we've been up to this week? Well, Saturday, fantastic day. I mean, absolutely fantastic day. We started the Uvu brew. That was about 12:30. As far as I'm aware, my missus said that I went to bed about 1 in the morning. I think I'd been asleep. I'd done a Craig. You know what I mean? What a day! What a day! I've been at it all day. Got a brew down. That seems to be all right. It's been a bit of a strange one because I haven't done cold crash mine. Mine's just left to cool down and so because I'm going to watch it. So obviously I didn't put the yeast in, and then the next morning when I got up, I wasn't sure if I had put yeast in because I already put over into the fermenter and I couldn't remember if I put the yeast in or not. So I left it. So it was left for till Monday, and obviously I hadn't started fermenting. So I guess I hadn't put any yeast in. So then I put some yeast in. So we'll see how that's going to be. That was going to be one of them in the running for the SJ pour. I have a funny feeling it won't be because well, getting drunk while brewing is not the best thing when you're entering a competition, I don't think. But hey, I had a great day, to be honest. That's all I'm in it for. I love beer and I love having a good laugh. And that was Saturday in a nutshell. But on Saturday, what I was drinking was the mocha that I made before. I am going to add the review into this, which I did on the Friday, because I'm sure I can hear Harry in the background on his Friday night Von cast. So at the moment, for my SJ pour, I have the best bitter that I did, which was Marisota, and I just put some roasted barley in just for literally just to colour it. And that was hopped with the Northern Brewer East Kent Goldens. And I mentioned in last week's video that it didn't quite have the flavour that I wanted, so I dry hopped it with Amarillo. I've just tasted that now because I haven't even bottled that yet. I've just tasted that now, and to be honest, it tastes alright. But one of the questions I've got is I've dry hopped it for 7 days. Then I took it off that and put it into tertiary. How long can I leave it in tertiary? Will it just sit there? Because there's no hops or anything. It's literally just sitting there, just doing nothing, just settling out. I don't know how long can I leave that, because I want to find out what the brewer did on Saturday, it turns out like. Because at the moment it's looking like it could be one of those, because, well, I'm starting to get a little bit tight. I've only got really time to do one more brew. So if one of them is good enough for the SJ, just to have an entry really. I don't want to risk it and get rid of, and bottle them into glass and drink them and then find out that the next one makes crap. So if somebody can just leave a little message on how long I can leave it. It's only been brewed for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So if you can just leave us a little message, let us know how long I can leave it for. So right, I'm going to put the review in of the mocha, and then I'll come back and have a chat with you tonight when I finish work, because I want to review the Wilco's Pilsner kit, the one I just bashed down, no boiling, no, just a kit and kilo, and then a dry hop it's back off. So I'm going to have a taste test of that tonight when I finish work, and there is going to be the mocha in there as well. Cheers lads, I'll see you in a bit. Right lads, before I put that mocha review on, I keep saying, well, I say a couple of times, there's a tasting and I couldn't work out what it was. I've just watched the review again. Excuse me. This is Camp Coffee. It is just liquid, and it's got chicory in. That's what the flavour is. It's I see in the video it's a bit nutty, but it's I don't know. It's hard to explain. Chicory's kind of got a flavour all of its own. But yeah, that's what that other flavour is chicory. And as you can see, that is the 241ml bottles. Don't you just love it when they change, and don't change the size of the bottle and make it a 240 or anything? Absolutely fantastic. So, in any case, I'll stick that mocha in now, and but yeah, that's the other flavour. Cheers. Right lads, little beer review. I've had a couple of beers already, and I've been waiting to try this little number. It is the mocha. Got the boat here, so I'll just read out what the recipe was. It was 4 kilos of Marisota, 1.5 kilos of crystal, 500 grams of chocolate, 300 grams of the flake wheat. Hop additions. This was the one where I made the mistake with the hop additions. I changed them on the day of the brew, and that was just, well, I wasn't thinking properly at the time. It was 50 grams of Fuggles for 60 and 30 grams of Amarillo for 60. I was going to put Amarillo in right at the end, and then decided that I didn't want that flavour right at the end, like as a aroma hop. So because I'd already weighed it out, I thought, oh, I'll just ditch it all in at once, and it has made it quite bitter. Or it should have made it quite bitter. And I also put in 241 millilitres of Camp Coffee. Camp Coffee, for those who don't know, it's jarred. It's like a bottle of liquid coffee, and it comes in 241 millilitres. Obviously, that was weighed out in ounces at some point, and when they've converted over, they've kept the same size jars. But and that all the yeast I used was the Wilco's, which is the yeast I use for most things. So we shall get the top. This is really cold because I've no idea what they're going to be like. So I banged them in the fridge, and I'll get the top off it and we'll see what she's like, and I'll probably cut the video down, and then I'll probably let it warm up in a glass. The glass I'll be using is my big pint pot Green King's IPA. So let's have a little listen to tiniest little hisses there. I can actually see a little bit of carbonation rising in that bottle. There is loads and loads of sediment in the bottoms of these, and I've had a look through, and it's not as if it's happened at the end. It seems like all the bottles have had a lot to settle out in them. I'll move back a bit, get myself all shiny in the camera. A bit of an aggressive pour because it doesn't look. Oh no, might be trying to build a bit of a head. I'll cut her there because actually that cinnamon seems to have caked up quite nicely. See, always a good idea, because if you get bubbles caught in the sides of your glass, just a little tap does help to lift them out of the way. That is looking quite nice, and that head should hang around because it has got quite a lot of weight in it. Which, for those of you who don't know, weight helps for head retention. Also, I found out the other day, somebody was talking about it, you can use Galaxy malt. I think it was Galaxy malt. Supposedly that helps. I'm going to look into that, so don't quote me on that one. But I will look into it, and if I do find out that is actually true, I'll probably mention it in another video. So this is cold, so right, straight away chocolate, straight away. Even with this being as cold as it is, that recipe when I was talking to Zippy about it, he said straight away I should knock some of that chocolate malt out because it's a little bit strong. Coffee as well, I can get the coffee on that straight away, which I'm quite happy about. Since it's supposed to be a mocha, I don't want that chocolate just to rule the roost. I do want the coffee to come through as well. There's something else there as well I can't quite pick. I think it is a bit too cold. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to have a taste of it. I'm going to just turn this off, and I'll I'm going to let that warm up because it just wouldn't be fair to drink it as it is. So for you it'll be a few seconds, for me it'll probably be about 10 minutes in a bit. Right lads, so we're back. And that is still hanging around. It's just a thin little whisper of a head now. She has warmed up a little bit, but this, to be honest, I think it's going to have to be left to be a little bit warm because she's been in the fridge a long time. She's far too cold, but she has warmed up in the glass. Now the smells are unbelievable. We've got coffee, we've got chocolate, we've got maybe even like a little nutty type of on the back. And eat it. Right. Where we're going with this. That's difficult. That is difficult. It is for me. As you know, not the greatest reviewer in the world. So what it says on the tin. Well, it's sort of tin. It is all grade. But you know what I mean. It's coffee. It's chocolate. It's a bit too much chocolate maybe, but it's coffee, it's chocolate. Let's get a little swing round. Woo! Told you I had a couple of drinks. We'll leave it on the bench and get a swing round. But no, that's not bad at all. It's a first attempt. I think I will tweak it a little bit. It's got a quite a high licorice type of flavour to it. And I was told that was probably to do with the slight excess of darker grains, the amount of chocolate and that was in it. But that's drinkable. That is drinkable. I was a bit concerned about it before because last time I tasted it, I'm not joking you, it wasn't drinkable. It really wasn't. It was far too licorice. So. Any case, I'll try another one when it's warm and I'll let you know. See you in a bit, lads. Right, so I finished work. So now we've got the hopped lager. It was a cheap Pilsner kit, Wilco's Pilsner kit. Like I've said on that video when I did it, I think I mentioned it on there, lagering's a technique. It's not so much what actually goes into the product itself. Lagering's a technique of taking your basic beer once it's finished and starting off at about 12 degrees and slowly lowering your temperature down and down and down in the fridge till you get to 2 degrees. That is lagering. If you don't lager a product and don't use a lager yeast, you're basically ending up with a pale ale, which is what I have there, pale ale, which is very cold. It's been in the fridge. Yes, I should leave it to warm up a little bit, but just finished work, and as you can see by that clock, it's early hours in the morning and I'm thirsty. So, let's have a open on this and see what it's like. Nice little hiss there straight away. Bit of old can smoke. Oh, she does smell nice. And the words Terry K, always get your nose on the end of the bottle, because you can smell it so much better. I am using a nucleated glass. And we'll see. Ooh, doesn't seem to be too carbonated. See, over recent brews, I've had this slight problem with overcarbonation, which to some people isn't too much of a problem, but it really annoys me. I don't like drinks to be too fizzy. And that yeast, the Wilco's yeast, absolutely fantastic for caking to the bottoms of your bottles. It really does kind of hold quite well to the bottom, and these haven't been in the bottles very long. So, she's apart from being very Very cold. She's a bit hazy. Smells quite nice. Smells a little bit kitty still. She's still quite young. It was a week to ferment, a week to dry hop, and she's had a week in the bottles. Is that right? Or she had 2 weeks in the bottles. I'm not sure if it's a week or a fortnight, to be honest. You can smell the hops on her straight away. Right, I'm going to have a look in the book because it doesn't seem to taste like I was expecting it to, which either means one of two things: that's got a different hop in than what I thought I'd put in, or the base Pilsner that I've used is changed the flavour of the hop. I thought I'd put Cascade in, but I haven't written down what I've put in. I haven't written it down, so I'll have to have a look at the video on YouTube, and that'll let us know if I'm just going a little bit mad or. So I'm sure I put Cascade. When I think about it though, I might have used the Amarillo because I had a bit of Amarillo left. Yeah, I think that's what I did. But no, because I put the Amarillo in that one. I'm not sure. You'll have to have a look at the video. Right, the base background. The pills, it is kitty. But it's okay. Absolutely fine, sitting in the sunshine, you know, nice lawnmower bear. The hops do help it a little bit. It does disguise the kitty taste, so you can get one through a little bit. That's all I did for. I want to get it through a bit quicker. I only put 35 grams of hops. I think I put 35 grams of hops in. I would possibly have put a little bit more, and maybe try 45. Or just buy the lager kit instead of buying the Pilsner kit, because it might be different just because it's the Pilsner. But no, it's very refreshing, very light, crisp, not too dry. And there's me starting to sound like a reviewer. Well, we'll stop there before we start to sound like a reviewer. But not for what it is. I don't know, the kids pick them up for like £8 when they're on special. Pick a bag of hops up for £2, something like that. Bag of sugar, or it's £6 if you use their brew enhancer, which is just half sugar and half dry malt extract. So what you're talking, £8 for your kit, £2, £16. 40 pints, takes you less than half an hour to get it knocked down. Leave it sitting in your fermenter, 3 weeks. Cheap as chips, isn't it really? Cheap as chips. But no, that's alright actually. That is alright. I wouldn't want to let it drink it warm, or drink it like it's cellar temperature. I'd want it out the fridge. But again, it's that style of beer, very light. So in any case, I'm going to go. This video will be long enough now, nearly 20 minutes. So, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please comment. Cheers for beers. And don't forget, keep an eye out for the next Uvu Brew Day or Von Brew Day. because absolutely fantastic, and I mean fantastic. I've watched them before, just been on Von, not actually on Uvu, so I wasn't like on the live chat. But you tend to have people who are on Uvu who are watching Von as well, because they'll have two computers set up. Or you have people, or there was a few people who were just on the Von chat, who were just chatting on there, who weren't brewing, who weren't on Uvu. But keep an eye out for it. Look around the other lads. Harry Bruce 69, he's a good one to find on Facebook. He tends to be the one who does the Von when they do the Uvu. New to Homebrew Tom, if you can find him on Facebook, he broadcasts. Zippy, he broadcasts on Von as well. Uncle Jonah, another one, look him up, see if you can find him on Facebook. He does the casting as well. So, give me shout outs for the time. Oh, sorry, another one, Scoosy, I was getting this wrong, I can't remember. Scoosy 67, he's another one, look him up on Facebook. He does the cast, he was also on the Von and on Uvu. So, cheers for beers, see you in a bit.